Episode 8, The Aztadian Civilization. While the other surface civilizations were smeared with chaos and discord, thanks to the treacherous oracles, the Aztadian civilization remained immune to them. The oracles were not aware of such a civilization, as they were concealed deep into the dark forest caves. Their whereabouts were kept secret by Mother Nature, and her oracle Prakrit. Prakrit had sensed the hostility and misadventure of the oracles, and had expressed his concern to Mother Nature long time ago, when humans were still wandering nomads. However, he had secretly set up his own human civilization of Aztadians, as a backup plan to arise them, once everything goes out of control. He had made Aztadians capable of the skills and abilities that made them matured, fearless and self-sufficient. Yet the Aztadians were peaceful, and believed in maintaining balance in the nature. The other creatures were taken good care of by them, while the civilization evolved, and rose gradually under the just leadership of Lord Aztada. Aztadians had great scientific and engineering capabilities. Although they dwelled in caves, their caves were masterpieces. They had built breeding colonies of fireflies within their caves, which lit the caves brightly and sufficiently. They had channelized the groundwater efficiently to meet their needs of water. Their sewage system was well planned, to keep the surroundings hygienic, and also channelized it for other purposes like fertilizing the soil and generating energy. They had built vehicles and machinery, to run on the energy extracted from their sewage management plants. Since they were self-sufficient, they never needed economy. Also, they never needed to trade with anyone. They had everything around them that they needed for survival. The resources were managed centrally. Those were utilized and distributed, as and when needed by the people. There was no anarchy, but a matured civil code, which was judiciously followed by the Aztadians. Mother Nature watched them closely, and took care to protect them from the natural calamities, every time they faced danger. The Aztadians worshipped Mother Nature, and thanked her for everything she had done for them. Unlike the other oracles, Prakrit never misguided his civilization, rather he personally paid attention to the daily affairs of the society with Lord Aztada, to maintain balance and harmony among the people. Lord Aztada knew about the other civilizations outside the dark forest through Prakrit, and seldom expressed his wish to help develop those civilizations. However, Prakrit kept warning him to stay away from them, as instead of he helping them, they would ruin his stable and harmonious civilization. The children were never allowed to wander away to the borders of the dark forest, that were guarded by the invisible forces of nature, so as to prevent anyone entering or exiting the dark forest, without the authority of Prakrit and Lord Aztada. The angels on other side were worried about what had happened to their civilizations in their absence. They had by now realized that no matter whatever the oracles had pretended to be, they were losing control over the oracles. They were planning for connecting with the people, and gaining the control back. They decide to assemble on the hill and summon their clans, with hope for setting everything right. They summon their oracles, and ask them to assemble the elite clan members, at the designated meeting point on the hill. When everybody assembled at the decided location, the angels levitate themselves at a height, visible and audible enough for the entire crowd. Guardian Angel initiates the addressing for the crowd. Guardian Angel, dear humans, you have been at a great service to us. We are pleased with your worships, and the way you have progressed through your intelligence and capabilities. It is a great pleasure for us today, to have you all here, in our presence, while we address you about our plans, for forthcoming future, and what your role would be in it. As elites of the clans, you get the privilege to work as our representatives for a brighter and promising future of the world. Together we can build great civilizations. One of the powerful kings named Velaris, among the crowd, interrupts his speech, with a stern and rogue voice. Velaris, who are you? And what do you think you are up to here? We assembled here, because our humble and honorable clan heads invited us for some business talks. We are not here for you nor interested in any of your blabbers. Who are you to tell us what are we supposed to do? Enough of you. Imposters. And your cheap magic tricks. Our clan head possesses heavenly powers and we worship them, not you. They are our gods and have been taking care of us. Now better be off with your disguised faces, before you face my wrath. The crowd ferociously yells at the angels, enraging them. Some even try to shoot projectiles at them. The angels don't just get disappointed, but also disgusted, as their oracles stand still without speaking any word, or trying to stop the arrogant perpetrator. The frustrated earth angel shattered the surface, where the crowd stood, that caused tremors on the ground, while fire angel erupted lava shots from the shattered ground, causing panic among the crowd. As if this was not enough, lightning angel starts shooting lightning bolts around the crowd. The oracles meanwhile, had isolated themselves from the crowd to a safer area, and cheerfully spectate the plight of the humans, suffering the wrath of the angels. They behaved as if they knew what would happen, rather this was what they actually wanted to happen. The crooks were playing with the minds of angels and the humans, to increase the drift between them, and later cash on the drift created. The angels, although downpoured their fury on the crowd, they took utmost care not to hurt anyone, or cause casualties, as they only wanted to scare them, and remind the humans, who the real bosses were. However, the humans, who by nature, just believed what they saw and felt, were in complete agreement with their mind poisoning, done by the oracles, against the angels. The angels through their act, actually proved the oracles to be correct, unaware of their crafty intentions. The humans, meanwhile, shouted and prayed to their oracles to come at their rescue. The oracles enjoyed the scene, and finally decided to create a diversion. The oracles, through their supernatural capabilities, levitated themselves and formed a circle, surrounding crowd. The angels watched this, and thought that the oracle are trying to help them by addressing the crowd to apologize, and follow what the angels wanted to address. So, they waited to see what the oracles were up to. The oracles stretched their arms horizontally on both the sides, as if to form a circle. The fingers emitted rays of clouds, that joined the adjoining fingers of the other oracle, thus forming a circle of clouds. The circle transforms into a huge spherical ball of clouds, and covers the crowd. The oracles gradually bring their stretched arms together, gathering everyone at center, and thus reducing the size of the ball. Once the ball shrinks, the oracles gaze and signal each other. They gradually and simultaneously raise their arms as if they are lifting something, and so does the ball of cloud rise in the sky, suddenly vanishing. The angels who were spectating this, and assuming that the oracles were just trying to pacify the crowd, get shocked over the vanishing ball enclosing the crowd. The disappointed angels try to confront the oracles in fury by attacking them, but face setback, when the oracles bend the elements through their supernatural capabilities, that had strengthened by time and practice. The oracles diverted the elements projected at them, back to the angels who shot them, making the angels vanish from the sight. The oracles rejoice at the sweet success of their treacherous plan, and their minds swell with pride of being powerful than the supreme angels, claiming themselves to be the gods of the world. The angels meanwhile return to their temples, dejected, disappointed and full of rage, and not sure what to do.